Is it on?
Yep.
Let's call this meeting to order. The Oakland County Board of Commissioners Planning and Building Committee. Today is Tuesday, October 30th. Could we have a roll call, please?
Crawford.
Here.
McGilvray.
Here.
Dwyer.
Here.
Teets.
Here.
Jackson. Here. Whitebird.
Here. Can you please join in the Pledge of Allegiance with me? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Could we have a motion to approve the previous minutes of October 16th? Moved by Commissioner Crawford, supported by Commissioner McGilvray. All in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? That passed. Could we have motion to approve today's agenda? Any correction or deletion? Moved by Commissioner Jackson, supported by Commissioner Crawford. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? That passed. Public comment. Is there any member of the public wishing to make public comment? Seeing none, we will move on to today's regular agenda. And the first item is number 1, Water Resources Commissioner, Charter Township of Highland Water System Operation and Maintenance Agreement. Need a motion. Moved by Commissioner Teets, supported by Commissioner Jackson. Good morning. You got a big day today on our agenda.
Good morning.
And good morning. And who do we have?
I'm Amy Kuhn from Oakland County WRC.
Good morning.
So Amy's our chief engineer for water systems, and I'm chief manager for WRC.
And you are?
Tim Prince.
Thank you.
Yes.
Good. I know. I'm just.
So,
and you know, just a little background. The Water Resources Commission office, even though it has its own elected department head, the Water Resources is the agent of the county commission.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
Unlike the Road Commission, which is an independent agency supported by its own
Yes,
tax.
that's
So
correct.
you are our agent, and that's why you're here today.
Yes.
So.
And we've been here over the last several months introducing new operations and maintenance agreements to this committee. We've been working closely with Corporation Council throughout this process, and we started with what we consider the highest priority, and we're sort of moving our way down the list. So this agenda item is for a Highland Township Water System Operations and Maintenance Agreement. And the Highland Township Water System is actually owned by the county right now. And so this is a new agreement. We don't have an existing agreement in place because the county owned it and we operated and maintained it. Didn't necessarily need an agreement. However, we'll talk about that at agenda item number 2. And so this agreement defines the scope of work for operating and maintaining the system. It also defines WRC's responsibilities, the township's responsibilities, and then it also includes terms for public officials' liability insurance and general liability insurance. And so with that short summary, I'll open it up for questions.
Questions? And this one is a 10-year, 10-year with a 10-year renewal. Is that?
Yes.
And how did you pick 10 years? I mean, I know that we've had a couple come through different time periods.
That was identified by legal.
Okay.
I wasn't involved in that process. That was, I think a lot of the agreements are like that. They go for 10 years and it gives you a chance to pause and reevaluate the contract, and then it will automatically renew unless you have something that, sort of needs to be changed or fixed.
It gives some certainty on something that you don't want any fluctuation.
Right.
But I do notice there's an option to opt out with proper notice. So, okay. Any other questions from what I asked? Let's call the roll.
Crawford.
Yes.
McGilvray.
Yes.
Dwyer.
Yes.
Teets.
Yes.
Jackson.
Yes.
Whitebird.
Yes. Passed. Item number 2 is Water Resources Commissioner, Charter Township of Highland Water Supply System Transfer and Assignment of all county interest in the easements, rights of way for the water supply system and related equipment, facilities, and improvements located within the Charter Township of Highland. Moved by Commissioner Dwyer, supported by Commissioner McGilvray. Good morning again.
Yes, so as I mentioned, this system's actually owned by the county right now, and what we're doing here is transferring that property from the county's name to the township's name, and this sort of makes this system consistent with just about all the others we operate and maintain. Typically, the community owns the system, and we just have an operating agreement with them, so this puts this in line with the rest of the systems we operate and maintain, and gives them a little more authority as far as the direction they go with this system, and a little less liability for the county.
Any questions? Commissioner Teets?
Was this something that they've been looking to take over, or is this us bringing into line with other agreements?
Yeah, I think it's more us bringing in line with all the rest of their agreements. Again, as we reviewed everything with Corp Counsel, we want to try and get everything standardized as
Sure.
much as possible.
Thanks. Thank you, welcome. And I noticed, all the old deeds, and, I mean, this is an undertaking, right? You're talking
Yeah.
tens and tens and tens of years of property interests and old records, and, I mean, so how big of an
Yes.
undertaking was it?
With all the communities, it's a pretty large undertaking, because there's also, meetings with the communities and bringing them on board and getting them comfortable with it. They typically have their legal staff involved, sort of reviewing the contracts, so most of these, it's a several month process, if not longer, to sort of get these things executed and approved.
Any pushback?
No, not really, no, lots of questions and some concerns, but, over time, I think we've been able to address some of them.
Any question from what I asked? Let's call the roll.
McGilvray?
Yes.
Dwyer?
Yes.
Teets?
Yes.
Jackson?
Yes.
Crawford?
Yes.
Whiteford?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, thank you. Item number 3 is Water Resources Commissioner interjurisdictional property insurance agreement with the city of Keego Harbor. Need a motion? Moved by Commissioner McGilvray, supported by Commissioner Crawford. Good morning again.
Yes, good morning. Keego Harbor is one of the systems that's actually lower down on the priority list. We have an agreement in place with them right now. We're gonna get to that agreement sooner than later. But in the meantime, we wanted to address property insurance with all the different systems we operate and maintain. And we wanted to confirm that either the county or the township is carrying property insurance for, in this case, it would be the lift stations on the sewer system, in case something would happen to one of those lift stations. So in this case, Keego Harbor is not carrying property insurance, and they've asked the county to secure that property insurance on their behalf, and that cost would be paid for out of system funds.
Any questions? And we've had this a few meetings ago with down in Beverly Hills or Latham Village or one of the.
Bingham Farms, maybe.
Bingham Farms, yes,
Yeah.
you're right. And those, you're talking $50,000 or $100,000 equipment or more, or.
Right.
And.
Yeah, so the premium's small in comparison to the coverage of the policy, so it's actually a pretty good deal for the community.
And joining them with our pool, really.
Right. Yeah, so it's typically the smaller communities that take advantage of this.
Any questions from what I asked? Let's call the roll.
Dwyer?
Yes.
Teets?
Yes.
Jackson?
Yes.
Crawford?
Yes.
McGilvray?
Yes.
Whiteford?
Yes. Fantastic, thank you. Item number 4 is Water Resource Commissioner Walled Lake Novi wastewater treatment plant wastewater disposal services agreement. Moved by Commissioner Crawford. Oh, this one's been pulled?
Yeah, that one.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I apologize. Number 4 is Water Resource Commission City of Novi Sanitary
Yeah.
System Operation and Maintenance Agreement. Moved by Commissioner Crawford, supported by Commissioner Jackson. I apologize for that. I thought I had the latest electronic version all marked up, and I've been told I've got an updated agenda.
So this agreement replaces one that was established in 1971, so it's a rather old agreement that's being replaced, and that's one of the reasons why it's up high on the priority list. Again, it defines the scope of work, WRC's responsibilities and the city's responsibilities. It also covers the public officials' liability insurance and the general liability insurance.
Any questions? This one's a 10-year.
Yes.
Let's call the roll.
Teets?
Yes.
Jackson?
Yes.
Crawford?
Yes.
McGilvray?
Yes.
Dwyer?
Yes.
Whiteford?
Yes. Thank you. So now we're at correct item 5, Water Resource Commission City of Walled Lake Sewer System Operation and Maintenance Agreement. Moved by Commissioner Dwyer, supported by Commissioner Crawford.
Okay, again, this is replacing an existing agreement that was established in 1971. So this was established at the same time Walled Lakes agreement was established. Both these communities are tributary to our Walled Lake Novi wastewater treatment plant. So both agreements were established at the same time. This new agreement defines the scope of work, WRC responsibilities and city's responsibilities, and it also covers insurance.
Any questions? Commissioner Teets?
I apologize, but the elected officials insurance, is that?
Officials
Public
liability, yeah.
What is that in regard to? I don't. quite
It's really sort of an error and emissions insurance, so that it covers, really our labor. If there's an error or emissions from a public official's liability or whatever, then it would cover that.
Thank you. We heard that in the last comment on the last issue. So basically, if there's a blanket lawsuit against operation and they bring in everybody,
Right.
we've got an extra layer there.
Yes, so and this allows, so the county's covered on it, because we've got the insurance, but also it allows the communities to be named as an additionally insured if they choose to. So again, if something big happens, they're probably gonna go after both parties.
Oh, sure.
Commissioner McGovern?
Yeah, I'm curious, I see that Walled Lake has a separate agreement for sewer system and then a separate one for water. Is that the way most communities are?
Yes. So in the case of Novi, we only operate and maintain their sewer side of the business, and so that's why we only have one agreement in place for Novi. The same thing with Highland, we only operate and maintain the water system. There isn't a sewer system in Highland, so on most communities, when we do both, you'll see a water and a sewer.
Okay.
Okay. And back to follow up on that, public officials, did that issue come up when we had the Farmington Hills, they basically blanketed everybody?
Yeah, actually, this came up probably like 10 years ago when, we started trying to renew these contracts, and it was always a sort of a gap that communities were concerned about. Well, geez, what if something happens? Who's gonna cover that? It's like, well, it's not the county, because we can't pay for these things out of our general fund.
Mhm.
And we didn't have really a mechanism to cover those kinds of things, so we worked hard with Corp Council and they did most of the legwork to sort of secure this policy for us.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
So
Commissioner Teets.
I apologize. This is something I hadn't heard of before. So the insurance is for the township or municipal public officials, because
Yeah, but for county public officials also.
Right.
So it covers both, yeah.
and that was why they were saying this is kind of a gap. If in operations there was oversight or error,
Right.
we're on the hook, even though we're not necessarily, even though the local municipality is not making the decision.
Right.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Got it.
thank you. Any other questions? Let's call the roll.
Jackson?
Yes.
Crawford?
Yes.
McGilvray?
Yes.
Dwyer?
Yes.
Teets?
Yes.
Whiteford?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. All right, item 6, right? Water Resource Commissioner City Walled Lake Water System, Operation Maintenance Agreement. Moved by Commissioner Crawford, supported by Commissioner Teets.
So this one's a little different. Right now, we're not operating, maintaining Walled Lake's water system. They operate, maintain it themselves. But I think because we're doing such a fine job on the sewer system, they came to us and asked us if we'd be willing to operate and maintain their water system. And Amy's been very instrumental in this agreement. I think they initially met with Amy, and I'd say it's been a several-month process to sort of answer their questions and make sure they were comfortable with everything. And then they recently approved a resolution to have us operate and maintain the system. So there'll probably be a several-month transition phase, and then probably early next year we'll probably actually start the operations and maintenance.
Any questions? And so on the transition, is there gonna be employment transition? Will there be, or how will we use their facilities? I mean, how's that gonna transition?
The city of Walled Lake does, I think, have just a feed from GLWA into the system, so there isn't a lot of facilities outside of the water mains themselves. So, from a operations standpoint, that's relatively straightforward. And then from a personnel standpoint, any personnel that would be impacted from the city of Walled Lake, they'll apply for jobs here at the county.
How big a staff does Walled Lake have?
I think there'd be two 2 employees that would be affected.
And they have first choice, or, and that's,
Yes, but they can apply for jobs here at the county, and we will interview them as pretty appropriate positions.
any questions? Wanna ask? Call the roll.
Crawford.
Yes.
McGilvray.
Yes.
Dwyer.
Yes.
Teets.
Yes.
Jackson.
Yes.
Whitebird.
Yes, thank you. Last item is Water Resources Commissioner Harris Computer Systems Contract Extension. Now we have Water Resources IT. Moved by Commissioner Crawford and supported by Commissioner Dwyer. Good morning.
Good morning.
I didn't get to say hi to you, but
Hello.
hello. And you two are?
I'm Nancy Bash. I'm Business Systems Manager for the Water Resources Commissioner's Office.
And I'm Mary Gosson. I'm the supervisor of Oakland County IT, supporting the Water Resource Commissioner's Office.
Okay. And so what's this contract about?
The WRC is seeking approval to extend a 5-year contract with Harris Systems. They provide our North Star software, which is our water and sewer billing software. And the contract that we're seeking to extend is just the maintenance portion. We already own the software. We bill approximately $80 million annually and support 13 cities, villages, and townships and do their billing for them. So we would need this maintenance agreement to continue supporting the software in the event that we need new software security patches, we need upgrades to the system, etc. We're planning on going out to bid for a new replacement package, and we're doing that as part of a new approved master plan project for the 2019 to 2020 master plan. We need a 3-year, we're asking for a 3-year extension so that we can go out for bid, do contract negotiations, implement the system, and then reconnect the customer payment portal and anything else that we need to do. Integrate with our work order management system. There's a lot of work to be done. So we anticipate that will take us approximately 2 to 3 years, and we're asking for the 3-year extension.
Any questions? And what are the 13 communities? Someone went to,
You know,
I don't wanna put you on the
oh.
spot, but I mean,
I do not know. I
Okay.
apologize.
well, you do know, but you don't have the
Tim
exact
knows.
detail.
I've got
Tim's got it if you
Oh,
wanna,
okay.
Tim Prince got it.
Thank you, Tim. Sure.
So as I mentioned, some of these are sewer only, some of them are water only, and many of them are sort of both.
On the billing, 13 communities we do billing, some sewer, some water, some
So are these
combination.
13 here? Oxford Township,
Mhm.
Farmington, Franklin Village, Lathrop Village, Lake Orion, Bingham Farms, Woodland, Island Club Wastewater Treatment Plant, these are not. Bloomfield Hills, Beverly Hills, Orchard Lake, Keego Harbor, Commerce, White Lake, Wolverine Lake, and then perhaps City of Walled Lake.
Okay, I don't wanna put you,
One.
I didn't wanna put you on the spot. And the communities are generally happy with what's going on, and
Yes, yes.
on the software, it doesn't, when you say you're going out to bid for a replacement, it doesn't mean it won't be the same company. It's just,
It doesn't mean that at all, no. But even this company, Harris, offers better software. We could perhaps offer mobile payment to some of our citizens. That would probably be very attractive to them as well, to offer an additional payment option. So we would like to be able to do that.
yeah, I know it's in a constant state of flux, and
It is.
Phil
It is
Bertolini has come to
absolutely.
us and told us some of the software, and you said we own this one.
We
Is some
do.
of it gonna be cloud-based where?
It will most likely be cloud-based. That is OCIT's preference for supporting, and it does make implementation time incredibly fast. So it's a very attractive option for us.
And it does keep the software into an evergreen state where you're always utilizing the latest and greatest technologies from that particular vendor for that software.
Before, what does evergreen state mean? I mean, that,
That means it's always new. Anytime there is new functionality, increased functionality, new technology that the particular software vendor is utilizing, you can then take advantage of it. So you get everything as soon as it's rolled out with the software as a solution model, which is what we're looking to implement.
I think it's also attractive to protect us from any security violations that we could come across, to have our software being in the highest state of security that it can be.
I think Commissioner Teets, did you have a question?
No.
Commissioner Jackson, did?
She just answered my
Oh,
question.
okay.
I was gonna ask about cybersecurity because this is a customer-facing, application. So
Yes.
that will be enhanced as well.
It would be, yes.
greatly. Okay, that was my question.
Thank you. That's it. Any other questions? So, and what else do you see with this rapidly changing world on software? And is that the biggest thing, cybersecurity, or and customer
Cybersecurity
service?
certainly is a concern, and then all of the mobile apps, the social apps, the payment, we have payment bots we have where people can rapidly pay all of their bills. It's a very increasing environment, and security problems are escalating, I would say, without a doubt.
We'll be pursuing somebody, a vendor that is PCI compliant from the credit card processing angle, as well as providing different user interfaces to pay bills to improve customer service and improve the user experience.
Commissioner Jackson?
Thank you. Are there any enhancements for, conservation, any type of, customer-related rebates or anything like that that's built into our billing for water?
You know, we need to take a look at that. I think that that's a very good question. I've seen some mobile apps that allow customers to see what their current water usage is and compare it to previous periods. And I'm not sure where we'll fall on that, but it certainly is something that we're looking at and watching at all times.
The
It'll be
reason
very
why-
helpful to some of our citizens.
The reason why I asked, we see headlines from Detroit, their water and sewer system, and a lot of people in trouble, their water shut off and things like that. So I'm always conscious of our customers, especially maybe lower income customers who might be able to save any way they can.
Absolutely.
So-
This will be a key part of the RFP that we use to start the bidding process. We're very interested in keeping our citizens informed as much as possible.
And paper going down, I mean, this, with mobile apps, what?
Paper could go down, absolutely, yes.
Okay. And measurable, where you could actually report?
Yes. And just making it easier for our citizens to pay their bills would be a benefit to everyone.
Okay. All right, thank you. Is there any other question from what I asked? Let's call the roll.
McGilvray?
Yes.
Dwyer?
Yes.
Teets?
Yes.
Jackson? Yes. Crawford?
Yes.
Whiteford?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you.
Last item is communications. Need a motion to receive and file. Moved by Commissioner Teets, supported by Commissioner Jackson. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any other business? Seeing no other business, we will be adjourned.